Okay. Who we got here?
Yo, it's your boy Tilla, aka RichWay Tilla, better known as Pinky Daddy, rocking out with my boy, Omega Drip exclusive.
Year-old Jaslyn Adams killed in a shooting late Sunday afternoon at a McDonald's on the city's west side.
Real sweet child.
Chicago police say the shooting happened at about 4:20 in the afternoon in the 3200 block of West Roosevelt. Video of the scene shows a car in the drive-thru riddled with bullet holes. On Chicago's west side,
Jaslyn was hit multiple times around 4:15 Sunday afternoon.
We supposed to have like a daddy daughter or a date, and I was supposed to bring her over here. We supposed to came over here, but we not bringing her.
We here, man. I had to come through here and make sure I check my man out. First of all, I want to say RIP to Pinky, man, because I followed the story closely, and that was like one of the stories that really hit me in a fucked up way, right? Because the way it went down and everything. And I've been watching you, man, and I can definitely say that I respect what you're doing, man.
Appreciate it.
Definitely. I know it's hard, and I can't even imagine the pain, and I can't imagine, you know what I'm saying, what runs through your head every day or whatever. But I can definitely say that you're doing what a man needs to do, especially going through what you went through, you know what I mean? I remember you said one time that you was gonna live for her, meaning that you was not gonna die for her. And people took that the wrong way. They thought that you was saying like you didn't give a shit, you know what I mean? And I understood what you meant. You meant like, no, I'm not gonna waste my life when I already lost my baby, when I can change my life and live for her. And I felt that and I understood that. And a lot of people took it the wrong way and they were trying to go in on you. And I remember I reached out to you and I said, man, I feel you. I hear where you're coming from. And I've been watching you, you know what I mean? I watch you and I noticed that you kept your word. You know what I mean? You're not in the streets. You're going to work, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really changed your life around for your daughter. And I know that, you know, she's in a better place, and she's got to be, you know, proud that you changed your ways, and that you could have literally been dead if, you know what I'm saying, if that situation, sometimes, as crazy as it may sound, but sometimes it takes stuff like that to happen to us for us to kind of like wake up.
That's what we got to do. We got to stop letting trauma be the reason we change before the trauma, because we always had the options and choices to do better, you know what I'm saying? It'd be us waiting till it's too late, like, you know what I'm saying? So to like our people going through this shit, like living in the trenches, going through the struggle, losing motherfuckers to murders and shit, like, you know, we got to start changing before the trauma even come, and stop letting candle lights and balloon releases bring us together, and let's just come together off the strength on, bro. And I appreciate everything you just said, honestly.
Yeah, and that came from the heart, man, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, I always was like, I'm going to come check you out. And like I tell everybody, like, I speak about the rack, and some people be like, oh, you're not from up there, why you all in our business? And I'm like, yo, but I speak from the heart, and I speak from my past experiences. Just because I'm not from here doesn't mean I can't relate, you know what I mean? And I follow the music, and that's why I chose to come over here and pay you guys a visit. And I'm like, once my platform gets big enough so that, say for example, I'm gonna come visit you, right? I can say, yo, I wanna raise $5,000. Let's all raise, you know what I'm saying? Let's all chip in, go over there and pay him a visit and give him and his kids a $5,000 check and hear their story. Go all over the country and do that, you know what I mean? Like, people send me their story, we'll pick out a family. If you lost somebody to gun violence, drug overdose, or life in jail, we'll pick a story, we'll raise some money, we'll go pay you a visit, and that's the main goal with the platform, you know what I mean? I want to be able to go visit families and be able to give something back. We shouldn't be like, yeah, I spoke on your story and I got paid off for it, but I can't come back and give you something, you know what I mean?
I definitely feel you, like, and I feel like that's what a lot of people should be doing. Like, and shout out Big Deal, I sent you with Big Deal.
Yeah, I linked up with Dale yesterday.
Big Deal be doing a lot of peace stuff, and I be seeing him, I follow him. Like, a lot of people got to do stuff like that, like start giving back, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people make money off the stories. Like, once you understand the YouTube game, the monetization game, and like everybody basically making money off these stories, but like everybody not giving back. Even
exactly.
The biggest rappers not even giving back. So you're not obligated, but it's a blessing that you even got it in the back of your mind to give back to the family. So like, at the end of the day, patience is a virtue, and just you can't help nobody until you help yourself.
Exactly.
So keep doing what you're doing and keep spreading the light these type of, you know what I'm saying, situation, that's a start. Like, you know what I'm saying, we appreciate it for that.
Yeah. What's going on with the music? What you doing with that? I know you was doing music and shit.
I had to actually take a step back from it. It's crazy because you just asked me this, because yesterday I was just telling myself I got to get back to it. But I was trying to build my my YouTube, my platform up a little more, and I also had to take a step back so I can understand how I want to approach music, because I understand that I kind of got a voice, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as street guys. Like, I ain't got the biggest following, but a lot of street people following, a lot of big names following me. So I got to watch what I'm saying and watch the energy that I'm putting out, because I know that if I get on the track and just rap about shooting, some people, even though it's just entertainment to me now, it's still people that get emotionally tied up into music where they'll be like, oh, this nigga talking about, he's still sending subliminals. So I got to watch how I approach music now. You know what I'm saying? So right now what I be doing, I be dancing around, doing TikToks, doing skits, making people laugh so people can understand who I really am, so they won't take me so serious once I do release the music. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was releasing music before my daughter passed, it was a lot of dissing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the same stuff. It might not get the attention that our music out west, I'm from out west, we don't get the media that south, east, you know what I'm saying? At the west side and the north side, we not popping for music, like how the east and the south side is. So, so when I was, it was just all dissing, and that's what the algorithms attract to, you know what I'm saying? So right now, I understand, like, if I drop something, it probably ain't gonna do what a diss song would do. But, like, I'm cool with that, because right now, I don't chase music deals or contracts. I do it for passion. Like, and as long as I'm gonna get paid up from my YouTube, I don't fuck what it is. If it's $10, $15 off one video a month, I don't give a fuck. It's mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I'm at with music.
I mean, even if you take it a different approach and drop some heart feeling type music, you know what I mean, and give your story, you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't always have. You can just get on there and speak whatever it is that you're feeling every day for like 10 minutes, and there's people that's gonna relate to you and is gonna follow you, and gonna fuck with you for you, and then you do that, and then your platform will grow, and next you know what I'm saying, you'll have a bigger platform. Drop your platform, and I'll drop it on the link too, but you can drop it now. Give a shout out to your platform on YouTube and on Instagram. And
I ain't gonna lie, not to cut you off, I gotta build up the courage to actually sit there and tell my story. I want to tell my story so bad on YouTube, like how everybody else do. Like, but like y'all got a lot of that's something I'm learning about YouTube. Like, bro, it takes a lot of courage to get up there and do what you're doing, to come out and travel and do what you're doing for the content, for the love of what you're doing. But right now I'm really building up the courage to tell my story, you know what I'm saying? And
it's gonna come, you know what I mean? I struggle with it too. And I still do, don't get me wrong, I still do, but I'm getting better with it, you know what I mean? But at the beginning, I used to get high, I used to stutter, you know what I'm saying? And we all nervous and shit, but I just started just letting it flow, you know what I mean? I was like, if I think about it too much, it's gonna end up, I'm gonna stutter and I'm gonna forget shit. I'm just gonna just talk like if I'm having a normal conversation, forget the camera's there, and that shit will come out. And then once you see the love and you see people there, you're always gonna get chose or whatever there, but once you see the love and you see that you got people really, you know what I'm saying, fucking with you, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, you're gonna like the vibe. You might, you might get hooked on it to the point where you're gonna come on there every day, because it's like a whole different world.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of hooked on YouTube. YouTube's my number one app right now. Like, like Instagram, because I make money from Instagram. But YouTube is the real bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? So YouTube, it's a different real. It's information on YouTube that ain't no other platform. You know what I'm saying? From the documentaries, from the blog, and it's arguments, everything that's on YouTube, not on, you know what I'm saying? So it's a whole real, like, every day I wake up, I'm checking YouTube. Not just me, like, I'm reading the FBG Butter story, I'm reading the Tay Savage story, everything that's, because it's right here. Right down the street
backyard
from everything,
type
you know
shit.
what I'm saying? So,
and that's what I be telling people. I'm like, yo, it's like a drug dealer. It's like a drug dealer, right? You could get that one shot to get to those keys, you know what I mean? Like, and that shit may never come back. Same thing with the spotlight in Chirac right now. That shit might go and it may never come back. You know what I mean? So take advantage of that shit now. I'm like, you guys is right here in the middle of the trenches, and you ain't pulling out your phone and making content out of it and getting paid when other motherfuckers is. Learn that shit. Get on it. Like,
I agree with you. I feel like once it leave, because it's leaving, believe it or not, it's leaving. It's leaving from Chicago, because the believe it or not, Duck and Vaughn, people don't get Duck enough credit for Chicago. Like, believe it or not, Duck and Vaughn returned Chicago up after Chief Keef. I ain't gonna lie. So once all these names get gone, like they gone, and now you got these misguided shorties here who going against each other. You know what I'm saying? You got the BDs beef with the BDs heavy, GDs beef with the GDs heavy. Even shit back in my neighborhood, like everybody beefing heavy. Like so, it's no structure. So like the wave and the wave down. Nobody's getting 100,000s of views no more. Not none of these shorties. Like no disrespect, I appreciate everybody grind. Like you know what I'm saying. I salute everybody on the grind. But what I'm saying is like every once and again a Derrick Rose come from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while. You get a Chief Keef Vaughn, like so. You got to really utilize and capitalize off that for the better, not for the negative to take you back to what we all trying to make it from. It's like these little motherfuckers back stuck in the projects.
Get it back and still want to be in the block.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
are
so,
you fucking serious?
Ain't no motherfucker trying real street niggas trying to make it out this shit. That's why I turned around because I come from the streets. I lost enough. I've been to the penitentiary 3 times. Like ain't shit fake about nothing. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So what real street nigga trying to keep doing that shit?
Yeah.
Like man, hell nah, you either gay or I don't know. Any nigga that want to keep going to jail, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah. Them walls, you sitting in there and you're just literally like, what the f am I doing here again?
Don't get it.
3 years, 4 years, and you go back out for a year, back in for another 3 years, 4 years, and I'm like, that was me. And I was just like, one day I was just like, man, I'm done. I can't keep doing this shit, bro.
Let me tell you what stopped me, bro. The last time I took some time, I had to go turn myself in. I did a dress in and dress out. I still went to the penitentiary, but only for a day, like 2 days, because I had my time in on house arrest. Bro, when I say that, sitting in that cell for them 2 days, imagine you, I done did bids before, 15 months, 16 months, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been to the penitentiary 3 times, but I turned myself in the last time for them 2 days, I was crying, because I ain't had a patience. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Joe, this ain't never. And then there was the coronavirus stuff, the new shorties, like, they was running the phones, and I'm like, yeah, I can't do it no more, bro. I cried in my cell for a 2-day sit down in the county. No bullshit. And imagine, like I said, I done already been to the joint 3 times before that. But this was my breaking point, letting me know, like, you can't do this no more. I ain't lost my daughter yet or nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you was already starting to get.
I was already.
You heading that way. Yeah,
like, no bullshit, bro. I'm
Damn,
like,
that's crazy.
Damn, bro, you can't. 2 days. I'm in that bitch beating on the door. CO, woo. Because I done been in jail to the point with certain times, like, when I'm fighting the case, I done had them put other cases on me. Like, so I'm getting surprise court dates. So that fucked me up mentally with the jail system. Because now, every time I'm in jail, I don't know if they gonna bring up some more shit on me, how they did the last time. So, no boy, I'm in that bitch. Yo, I gotta go. Because I know the longer I sit in this bitch, the more chance they have of
building a case.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, like, okay, we got
to
start.
Came back
Ooh.
and like, you know, so hell yeah, that
That's
shit
the
let me
worst.
know, like, Joe, you done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was still in the streets though, but I wasn't selling drugs. I was only protecting myself. You know what I'm saying? Bro.
Like now it feels good, bro, that I don't have to worry about no ops, no watching the cops, no carrying a gun, no this, no that. The money's slower, but it's crazy because now that I'm working, I done went on more vacations and did more fun shit with working money than when I was doing it with hustling money. You know what I mean? And that shit go like that. You buy whips, them shit break down like that. It's just like nothing that you do with that money is good. You know what I mean? Like, and now like I'm not rich, but I'm comfortable and I'm heading, you know what I'm saying? I'm moving the right way to build what I'm trying to build and shit like that. I got a nice little job, but I come home with a free mind every day. I don't gotta worry about switching phones, taking off batteries because I'm sweeping my car for fucking bugs or fucking making sure I'm not being followed, circling on the block 2-3 times before I park. All that crazy shit that comes with the fucking drug game.
I ain't gonna lie, you can't put it. That's something you can't put a price on. A peace of mind. That's what you get from working a legit job and not doing it. A peace of mind, like you say, you ain't gotta worry about none of that. Like your past could always catch up with you, but the you adding to it. Like we used to add to what was already waiting for us. Like you know what I'm saying? We run in the street, so you know you got guys looking for you. On top of trying to sell drugs, now you got the police looking for you. Now you got the stick-up guys looking for you. So that peace of mind, you can't put a price on it. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Like I know it's still guys that don't like me, still want to do stuff to me. It's little guys that want to make a name off.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm at peace now. Cause I ain't out there triggering nobody. I ain't out here selling no drugs to nobody. The police ain't stopping me. I ain't been stopped by the police, thank God. I ain't been stopped by the police in so long. Like you know what I'm saying? And like that's just why I'm at. Like you know, I'm cool with it. Like you know what I'm saying? No bullshit.
I always tell shorties this. There was a story, right? There was this little white kid that used to live in my projects. He used to walk to the bus stop to go to work every day to McDonald's. We all be sitting in the corner, selling drugs, pocket full of money, car parked in the corner, 15, 16, pocket full of money, cars, bitches, guns. And he was the little nerdy kid that always walked to the bus stop. Never got in trouble, never got into the game, and he probably could have, but he never did. And sometimes they used to fuck with him. They used to like throw crab apples at him and shit like that and talk shit. And I would always stick up for him because I don't like bullies and shit. So I would always be like, yo, nah, leave him alone, bro. He a good kid. He working, like, don't fuck with him. I did my attempted murder bid, came back home. I was trying to get a job because of parole and all that shit. Tell me why I go to a fucking Bloomingdale's office and I'm trying to apply for the job. The lady that was supposed to interview me walked out the office and said that her boss is gonna take the interview, and she wasn't sure why. She was like, "Oh, you must know other people, huh?" And I'm like, "I don't know nobody here." He was like the head dude of the whole Bloomingdale's company, bro. Came downstairs and said, "I remember you." He was like, I don't want to say his name, Edwards, and I'm like, "Oh shit." He was like, "What up?" He was like, "I always respected you because when I saw your name on application," he said, "I came down because I couldn't believe it was you." He said, "Bro, I used to always hope that you was outside every time I walked back and forth from fucking home to the bus stop." He said, "Because when you wasn't there, they used to f me out there." He said, "And you always, even though, you know, you was a knucklehead and you did shit, but you was a good dude and you always looked out for people and you always looked out for me." And fucking he was like, "Yeah, you got the job." You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, that's how you can see you never burn bridges. And look, that was like 8 years later.
Like they say shit, some of the same people you see on going up on the elevator, the same ones you're gonna see coming down.
Yeah.
Like everybody on them. That's why you gotta be careful how you treat people. You feel me? So, that's why you gotta be careful how you treat people and shit though. I ain't gonna lie, because you'll never know. Like God can give you something and he could take it from you too, just to show you that you could be in a position of the same people you looking down upon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I don't discredit no hypes. Like, I sit back and talk to, like, I talk to a dope fan or a crackhead because they got something that I ain't got experience. They been through some seen stuff that I ain't seen. So, you know, so I'm not ever finna just belittle you about your situation you going through now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, though.
So, yeah, give a shout out to your Instagram. Make sure they follow you out there and your on YouTube.
Follow me on RichWay Tilla on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I'm everywhere. YouTube, everything RichWay Tilla, man. Like, it's all gonna be under one name. No bullshit.
All right.
I gonna be on Facebook, but not answer her call.
Who?
My mama.
You gonna be call her and check her temperature?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. She needs to calm down.
And one last question that I've been asking everybody in the city. Dirk is talking about he want peace. He's for peace. He got a whole new song out, you know. Yeah. And it's easy for you to say you want peace, but you're only reaching out to your people. Mama Duck called him out. She's like, "Yo, let's have a sit down. You want peace?" I think if he really means peace and he really mean what he said, he should have a sit down with her. What do you think?
I ain't gonna lie, I think it'll be big. And I shout out Mama Duck. I love Mama Duck. My daughter been around Mama Duck. Like, I got real love for Mama Duck. So I think it'll be big on his behalf. But I also know that change is like something that the person has to want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I also feel like that we shouldn't let, whether he sits down with her or not, determine where he's trying to go with his change. Because you never know, it might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen a year now. But 2-3 years from now, he probably be ready for it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? We got to give him still more room to grow. Right now, he's just at phase 1, trying to make this change. So, I think it'll be dope, though. I think it's something that should happen. Like, boy, and what people can't get mistaken, don't get it mistaken from him sitting down with her to him sitting down with the guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, him sitting down with her, I feel like that'll be dope. But, like, him sitting down with somebody from the other side, we already know how that type of stuff go. But she can be the voice for some of those guys. If those guys say they love her, like they say they love Mama Duck,
they should respect it.
They should respect what she's trying to do. So if she can get him to sit down, like, and I pray that something like that does happen, because she is a mother who lost a child. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've lost a child, so I totally get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's something that should happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it should as 100% should, but like, I feel like it's something that'll be big.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you just said something that kind of caught my attention and made me think about something. We shouldn't have to be worrying about hoping that this happens for some type of peace to come. How about we just make it happen? How about we all put in the work? You know what I mean? And just do our part to leave this shit alone. And we'll
Start
end
with
with
breaking
that.
news in the murder of Jaslyn Adams. Police have charged a man with killing the 70-year-old at McDonald's drive-thru on the west side. This is 18-year-old Marion Lewis. He is now facing first-degree murder and 16 other felony charges.
Now, officers found those firearms after a gang unit provided surveillance and tracked Lewis down on the Eisenhower Expressway Thursday. They say he crashed a vehicle and then tried to carjack a family. Police ultimately shot and injured Lewis before taking him into custody. But all we knew back then was that officers connected him to Jaslyn's murder. You'll remember the girl was shot multiple times in a McDonald's drive-thru last Sunday in the Homan Square neighborhood. More than 30 shell casings were at the scene. And today, investigators confirming to CBS 2 one of those guns found on Lewis was an AK-47. They believe it was used in the murder.